Well, we've just had great success at RHS Chatsworth Flower Show, building the Mindful Meditation Garden, which was designed by Rae Wilkinson Designs, and she did an amazing job. The process that we went through basically was, I met Rae in 2015 when I first saw one of her gardens at Hampton Court, and then a couple of years later we built the Quarrying Institute Garden at Chatsworth, which was the first year of RHS Chatsworth Flower Show. She then asked us if we would like to build a garden for her should she get accepted in the future. We obviously said yes, because we'd love to work with Rae. Now, this process of working with Rae was an absolute pleasure, because she had absolutely everything nailed on to a T. It was one of the easiest gardens we've ever had to build, and one of the most pleasant builds, and Rae was absolutely, and her team were a dream to work with. So it was all in all a really good experience. There were a few ups and downs, which you always have anyway with an RHS show. However, so Rae asked me if we'd build this garden back in 2018 at the back end of the year, and then we got the design through. We had many conversations regarding the design, the moon gates in the design, and the brief, the trees and the plants and everything else. Then we came to the show, of course. So it's a long process. It's not just over a few weeks, it's at least 6 months long. In the case of Chelsea flower shows, it can be 12 to 18 months. Anyway, this is how we got on, and it'll show you how we started off on the plot, squaring the plot up, how we get the trees in, discussing the brief. You'll see us both sat down, looking at the paperwork, and there are lots of things to be considered when you're doing these RHS flower shows. But this is just basically a fast forward motion of how we got through to where we are, the gold medal and best in category award winning garden for Rae Wilkinson at RHS Chatsworth Flower Show. I hope you enjoy this video, and we'll catch you soon. Right, we've arrived on site this morning. We got here at 8 o'clock. We've already had a delivery from London Stone. So what we've done, just hold that for a second for me, Tom, is, because it's a flower show, everything must be perfect. We've checked every piece of this decking and cladding for any, damage that may be on it, because don't forget, the judges will pick up on absolutely everything. So if it's damaged, we don't use it, it goes back, and we need a replacement. So this is a beautiful product from London Stone, and it's going to look awesome on the decking area. So Thomas and I, and Jack and Glenn, we've been through the design, we've set a scope of works out for today, and we have got a day-to-day rota of what we expect to do on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. The first day we got here today, obviously we've squared the plot up, and now we are putting our border down the side and down this back side here. But the most important thing that I feel is that everybody is singing from the same hymn sheet, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, that's right, mate.
So with this design now, we'll constantly refer back to it. We know exactly when our deliveries are coming. We've got the trees coming tomorrow, we've got the living wall stuff coming on Friday. The pebble seats I think are coming on Tuesday next week. I'll have to double check that one. But it's very important, we've got a day-to-day schedule, and we hit those targets no matter how bad the weather is or what we come across. We've always got to hit them targets. Now, to be fair, you're not always going to hit your targets, because anything could happen on these showgrounds, but you've always got to try to either hit them or proceed them, get a bit further on. So anyway, we're cracking on now. This is going to be a lovely garden for Rae Wilkinson, the Mindful Meditation Garden. Everybody is briefed and prepped on what's going on. We've had our deliveries of Markovits, which have come on time. That is a massive thing as well, deliveries coming on time on the showgrounds, because if you're waiting for deliveries, you're stood about doing nothing, and you haven't got that time, because it's all crammed into a short period of build. It's not like, you can take your time and what have you on your own builds, on your own projects. It's got to be fast, and it's got to be precision. That's the key to it. So we're all briefed, we're all cracking on. We've got the materials here that we need for today. Onwards and upwards, let's crack on. Let's crack on. Say again, mate.
Just going on 2 ups like that.
Yeah, that's right, mate, yeah.
Right,
Another through there, mate.
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
Right there, is that right, mate?
So as you can see here today at Chatsworth, some of the living wall plants have arrived today. Now we've got this beautiful Carex here. Now we're not just going to stick this in the ground. If we look here, we've got a dead piece of Carex there. All these plants will need picking over. Fortunately, with these that have come from Holland, from Armando, from Tree Box, they won't want a lot of picking over. But as you can see again, I've just spotted another one, another grass there. As you can see, it's not green, it's dead, and it just wants picking over. All these plants will want a light picking over, but believe me, they are absolutely great quality. If we look at the leaves on this fern here, they're all the same colour, a great shade of green as well. We've got no yellowing, we've got no brown edges. It's all top quality stuff. And again here with this fern, this is going to look awesome in the living wall, especially as the new foliage has got this bronze colour. And as you can see, the newer foliage is there is a more of a reddy bronze. That's going to look awesome, obviously for the shade area, in the garden, on the living wall. And this little gem here, if you can just see the fronds opening there, they look absolutely stunning. The plant health and the size of the plants make all the difference on these RHS shows. Great plants, great garden, hopefully a good result.
Tilt forward. Tilt forward a bit.
Tilt flank.
Whoa.
One.
I ain't got the carpet strapped on the other side, Tom. That's it.
No pressure on Tom, of course.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Jobs are good, said Lisa Cooper all the time. Well, as you can see, Mindful Meditation Garden looks absolutely awesome. It's been a tiring summer so far with these show gardens, but God, it's been worth it. Come and have a look at this now. It's a gold! Well, as if Chatsworth couldn't get any better, we've just had some more amazing news from Rae, the designer of the Mindful Meditation Garden at Chatsworth, and she's just sent us this picture where we've won the Best in Category award as well.